Here we go again. Marvel has another box office flop. Now, people will probably say, well, why is there so much negativity around Marvel right now? Well, when we look back at how good it was, and you've watched the last 6 years, it's been on life support. The projects they put out have been woke up. Not all of them, but a lot of them have been a lot of gender swapping, a lot of race swapping. We saw this with Taskmaster, who is a bad assassin that people really love. They swapped that character from male to female. It's funny they killed off Taskmaster in the Thunderbolts movie. I found that hilarious. And then you have Ghost, who was gender swapped, and of course the whole DEI thing was still present. And the film itself, I thought was good. I had no problems with the Thunderbolts. I had a good time, but you can have great reviews about a film, and if the fan base isn't showing up, that tells you a couple of things. Number one, the fans don't trust Marvel anymore. They don't like the projects they've been putting out. And there's some apathy going on and disinterest. And also, there's a fan base that doesn't like all the woke stuff going on. Those are just the facts. If it hurts your little feelings, then I can't help you there. But what this tells me is the next phase of Marvel, when it comes to the Fantastic Four, which I don't think is going to be good. I think Superman is going to outperform Fantastic Four at the box office because of the controversy with Sue Storm being the leader, and they demasculized the Thing. Also, Pedro Pascal is probably going to be like a beta male, which pushed aside. They took Johnny Storm, and he's going to be more in touch with his feelings, and he's supposed to be a womanizer, a guy who's confident in himself, and we're not going to see that character being portrayed. And when you change these things up, it's going to turn off your fans even more. So the Thunderbolts, again, I think it was good, but these are also B-list characters. They don't have the same amount of influence and impact like Spider-Man, like a Captain America, like a Thor, like a Black Panther, and the list goes on. Those are your OG Avengers. And when they're not on the big screen and you're trying to take B-list characters and get us to care about them, also on top of that, they have relationships with the previous OG characters. They have big shoes to fill, and it doesn't work out too well. So that's going on. Also, with the Thunderbolts movie, it just doesn't really get you as excited as the Avengers forming together. And it's no surprise this film lost money. It's unfortunate because I think it was really good. It's funny, he said, the CEO, Bob Iger, the first and best example of Marvel's new movie strategy, referring to the positive reception from audiences and critics, but they only made $371 million globally. It's one of the lowest grossing installments in all of Disney's Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, again, Marvel might need a serious reboot. I'm hoping Doomsday provides that. I like the reports I'm hearing about having another Avengers team from another universe. I hope they don't make that girl driven because that will get really annoying very fast. But, of course, the analyst director, we're in a new era where not every Marvel film is going to hit 1 billion. It's not just that. It's the stuff they've been pushing out the past 6 years, and the fans are just sick of it. And you can't just ignore that anymore. I do believe there is some superhero fatigue going on, but I definitely believe the woke stuff they've been pushing has caused fans to say, you know what? I'm not coming out to see these films. You look at a movie like Lilo and Stitch and Minecraft, those movies did well. And I think a lot of it is because they didn't put that stuff in the movies. They just stuck to the original characters and didn't switch things up too much. You can have some creativity, but again, I think when it comes to Marvel right now, they're trying to bring in new characters that people just don't care about as much. They don't have the same influence or aura as your Iron Mans, your Thors, your Spider-Mans, your Captain Americas, and the list goes on. So I don't know where they go from here because apparently, well, not apparently, Thunderbolts are going to be, the new Avengers. And I don't know why they did that. I think they should have kept them as the Thunderbolts and brought them into maybe Secret Wars where they're helping the Avengers like they did with the Guardians of the Galaxy. They had their own thing going on. And towards the end of Infinity Wars, they helped out Tony Stark and Spider-Man fight off Thanos. I thought that was really cool. It fit well. They could have done the same thing with Thunderbolts. They just decided not to do that and say, oh, we're going to get this title and here we are. Accept us. That's been another problem with these new Marvel characters. The development of them is like, okay, they're heroes now. Where's their struggle? Where's their background? Where's their character development? It's missing. And you don't get the same type of reaction from your fan base because you're not showing your characters go through a struggle. Like Captain America, coming back in time forward and he doesn't have Peggy. She's she's older, so he lives the reality of I had Peggy in my life. I was supposed to go on a dance with her, and now all of a sudden I'm in this new environment I've never been around. I have to adapt and adjust. That's a struggle. Tony Stark, we built his suit in the cave. Tom Holland is Spider-Man, losing his friends recently in the third Spider-Man movie. We see these characters go through struggles, and we're not seeing that with this phase of Marvel. They're just superheroes, and we're supposed to accept them, and that just doesn't work. So I don't know where they go from here. When you have them part of the Doomsday franchise and they're supposed to be part of this big Avengers team, I don't think it's going to work out very well unless the Russo brothers are giving creative liberty to reboot everything. If they don't get that type of, green light from Kevin Feige and he continues to push the agenda of, oh, we want to be about politics and we want to be about MCU, then they're going to keep burning bridges and they're going to be left with little to no fan base. And they'll probably sell off Marvel, come up with some excuse of why it didn't succeed. But we know why it's not working. And it just shows you can have good reviews about a movie and still not make any money right now. I think another part of this is they should cut down the budget. Why spend so much money? That will probably help them out and get back to just telling good stories. If they do those things, Marvel will be fine. But if they continue to go down this rabbit hole, it's just going to be another story of, yes, great reviews, but the box office doesn't line up with the people who like the movie. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'd love to hear your thoughts about the box office flop of Thunderbolts. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to share the video, and I'll see you in the next one.